Before we begin, let us know which city and country are you watching from. What time is it there? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because what you're about to hear proves that even a pair of boots can terrify the galaxy. It started as a joke, the kind whispered in supply bays and spacer bars. Never let a human on your ship without checking their boots first. Most assumed it was one of those quirky, species-wide stereotypes, like how Grothans smell like cinnamon, or how Yilvacs can't turn left in 0G. But then the incident on the freighter Zeller happened, and suddenly, nobody was laughing. The freighter Zeller was a standard-issue Council trade vessel, 7 decks, 80 crew, mixed species. It operated on a routine supply run from Kepler-6 to the Thanderi Belt. Nothing unusual, except for one passenger, a Terran private named Max Callan, en route to join the peacekeeping fleet on TRAPPIST-9. He came aboard in regulation uniform, duffel bag in hand, polite to everyone. He smiled, he nodded, and as protocol dictated, he stepped through decontamination. But they didn't make him remove his boots. That was the first mistake. 12 hours into the flight, the ship's environmental sensors began detecting unknown microbial colonies in ventilation shaft D. The AI flagged it. At first, the crew assumed it was just cross-contamination from the cargo bay, maybe a Virac pollen spore or some rogue protein string from processed Thanderi wheat. But the cultures spread fast. Every duck the human passed near, contaminated. Every section he spent more than 10 minutes in, spore bloom. By hour 24, Deck 4 had been entirely quarantined. The ship's AI ran a diagnostic. Origin point: Max's boots. Now here's where things get interesting. The decontamination spray used in Council ships is designed for over 12,000 known bioforms: fungal, viral, parasitic, even synthetic. It failed. Not only did it fail to kill the organisms, it seemed to feed them. That's when they called in the emergency science team. Aboard came Dr. Yith Selro, a xenomicrobiologist known for her work on aggressive Terran ecosystems. Her report was 2 lines. These organisms show signs of extreme survivability. Recommend jettisoning boots and sealing affected decks indefinitely. The boots were placed in an isolation chamber. The crew relaxed. Mistake number 2. Within 3 hours the containment chamber ruptured. How? Unknown. The boots were found 8 meters away, still laced, still warm. The biofilm had adapted, building pressure in the seals until the chamber gave way. By hour 40, the Zeller was evacuated. Only Max remained behind. Voluntarily, he insisted it wasn't his fault. He said he hadn't even worn the boots since basic training. Just standard-issue Solcom combat boots. Got him on Earth. Why? No one had an answer, until they began running scans on old Terran supply bases. Turns out, Earth's standard combat footwear was manufactured with multi-layered soles that, after hundreds of field missions, developed unique micro-ecosystems. Fungal spores, aggressive bacteria, anaerobic colonies adapted to Martian dust, acidic swamps of Europa, even remnants from Earth's old war zones, all compressed, hardened, and fused together through years of soldier sweat, grime, and trauma. Each boot was its own biohazard planet. And worst of all, the microbes cooperated. They weren't just surviving, they were thriving. They formed defensive colonies, developed resistance, shared genetic information through plasmids at speeds never before seen in the galaxy. In short, Earth's boots had evolved into mobile micro-hives of biochemical warfare. The Council issued an emergency memo, effective immediately. Human combat boots are classified as Class 3 biohazardous items. Unauthorized possession constitutes an act of planetary endangerment. They banned them on all stations, burned every boot they could find. Too late. Smugglers began trading in dirty boots. Original Solcom issued, unwashed. Collectors paid thousands for pre-Mars souls. Some alien mercenaries wore them as talismans. Boots of terror they were called. Thrill seekers held illegal boot fights, where contestants licked Terran souls for status. Entire colonies were quarantined after a single used boot was found in cargo. And humans, they were amused, because they always knew. You didn't mess with a Terran's boots. Max Callan survived, by the way. He never even got infected. Said he grew up in New Mexico, ran barefoot as a kid. What's a little trench rot gonna do to me? In the end, the Zeller was scuttled. Orbiting debris still glows with the heat of the biowash nukes, and every Federation ship now bears a new poster in its docking bay. Remove Terran boots before entry, or risk galactic extinction. Still here? Then you know now. Sometimes the most dangerous weapons aren't lasers or nukes. Sometimes they're just really well-worn shoes. Smash that like button if you're still breathing. Drop a comment if you've ever had smelly boots. And remember, when it comes to humans, even the dirt fights back.